So this is Josh Santiago, top 3 Ignites at Cute City.
Cute City.
Right, Cute City, boys. Top 3 at a YuGiOh day.
YuGiOh day.
Ignites, show your deck profile.
Ran Ignites because it's a fast deck. Coming into the event, I was really scared of Cosmo, Peppy, Monarch. So that's what I built my side around. I didn't face any. I was choked. I was pretty choked. My body was ready. I run.
Body's a shield.
My body's a swag. As opposed to what a lot of people do, I run 20 Ignites instead of 18 because I don't play the Tyrant's Throes build. Because I find it degenerate, and I find it really like. Shout out to all the people who rely on Tyrant's Throes. I hate the card. I died from my own Tyrant's Throes against Magicians. Ever since then, I took it out because you just
that happens to me a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
So choked. Okay, so Ignites, 1 Crusader, 1 Squire. They suck, but they give you your 7 play. You don't even have to technically run Squire, but I put him there anyway because he helps me even out my scales. Because in this deck, I like to keep the scales as close as possible, even though I think my low scale's on a +3. But he just gives you another scale. Triple Templar, because standard. Triple Margrave, or not Margrave, Paladin, standard. They're the 4s.
Kind of explainable for all these Ignites.
Margrave, super rare though.
Oh,
super rare, triple Cavalier. Super rare Gallant though.
Is that set super?
Yeah, set super, bro.
Set super.
Triple Veteran.
Thank you, Astro Pack.
Pardon?
Thank you, Astro
Thank you, Astro Pack.
Yeah, Astro Pack.
20 Ignites, no-brainer, pretty much. Tech number 1, triple Kirin. Because Kirin is a problem card, and my scales make Kirin really easily because my deck scales are 2-7. So a lot of times I'll first Kirin Rafflesia, and it's a problem. It's a very big problem. And it's 2k, so it's a decent body.
2k attack and defense.
And I mean, if you run a Geki, Kirin stays on board. You bought almost Kirin stays on board.
Yeah.
You have time to space it. So there's that. And the 1 Rescue Hamster, because Rescue Hamster is a plus in your hand. I actually resolved Rescue Hamster once today in his pendulum effect, where I opened up double Margrave Rescue Hamster and a Templar. So I went Margrave, search for Cavalier, Rescue Hamster, add double Margrave, search again. So it's +1, and it was great because I won that match. Double denko. This deck really, what this deck really lacks is strong normal summons. And denko really saves you against rogue decks that run a lot of back row to slow you down, Magispector, or even against Cosmos. Actually, if you normal denko, they can't chain, they can't chain Sanctum.
Yeah.
They can't chain anything because everything's in their back row. So denko really saves you. I run the 1 Rose Warrior actually. Rose Warrior over what's his face? Luster Pendulum. Because Rose Warrior is searchable. So I can pretty much fish out Rose Warrior whenever I want. And he's another good normal. 1 Rabbit, because rank 4s. He makes Direwolf strong, and I like to throw him into back row. That way I can bait out Warnings, I can bait out Tempests. So if you don't Tempest my Rabbit, I'm probably just gonna pop your back row. Spells running triple Summoner's Art. Searches the deck, you have 12 targets. Triple Upstart for consistency. Triple Wavering Ice because it's the best spell in this format. And then for the 1-ofs...
Why are you a high rarity, man?
High rarity? No, not even. The commons, dude. Rota. Super common. Rota. Ignition Phoenix only 1 because he's not that vital. It's good. It's a +1, but not really. And then the 1 Time Space, because Time Space is better than Bottomless this format. Extra deck, you have 1 Clearing. Oh, is the camera? Okay, it's the camera, right? 1 Clearing, because Clearing is amazing this format. It's the only 7 I run. Because running, if I make Black Rose, I have no way to follow up.
Yeah, and Black Rose always pops your scales. That's why.
Yeah, which is why you don't really want Black Rose. 1 Ignister, because I run a Pendulum deck. Ignister is pretty stable. Beyond helps facilitate OTKs because he makes all the attacks 0. So if you're playing against a player who's just super aggro or doesn't know how to special in defense, you just make Beyond and everything's 0. And GG. Bounzer negates monster effects. Is a problem card. Durendal is the same thing. Just another problem card. And if I did run Drill and Lock, I don't know if a lot of you know this combo, but you go Durendal and you keep Drill and Lock in hand. and make sure you have a hand. Make sure you have a card in hand to shuffle. Wait for them to search because every deck searches. And then chain Droll and Lock or chain Durendal to make them shuffle their hand back, and then chain Droll and Lock to your Durendal. So then they don't draw a new hand and they go -5 and pretty much.
And you don't really care about your hand, do you? You only care about your extra.
Yeah, I guess. One Pleiades because I do run Ptolemaus. So Pleiades just bounces stuff back. My theory with this deck moving forward. Shout out to Sam Kyok. Is it Kyok?
Kyok? I think it is.
Shout out to Sam Kyok actually. We discussed this over fall for like 3 hours moving forward because I used to run the Tyrant's Throes Igknight build, and then he told me how he ran his Peppy build, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. So that's how I run the build now. One Shark Fortress because him in tandem with Beyond OTK essentially. Diamond because of the Ptolemaus play. Volcasaurus because he really helps me deal with Ignister. You don't know how many times I've scooped against Ignister because I can't pop your scales and I can't get over the 2950 butt. One Castel because Castel's great. I mean, no self-explanatory. Direwolf, popping back row, especially the fact that you run Rescue Rabbit and Rescue Hamster. So you go like if you have a way to get one of them on field, or even just Castel Direwolf. It's pretty strong. One Cowboy. I haven't made him ever since I made the deck, to be honest, and I'm considering cutting him out because I don't run Infinity. Because it's expensive.
And if your opponent is at low life points, you can just go Wavering Eyes.
True. So, Cowboy is not really as relevant. When Lightning comes out, I'm cutting him out. Which, speaking of Lightning, one Xcalibur. Because you go 4K and it runs over the ships. I side deck Dweller. So if you go Xcalibur Dweller or Xcalibur Iron Wall, you run over the ship and they can't resolve. They crack in graveyard. One Ptolemaus because Ptolemaus turns like any rank 4 play into a rank 5 play, and he gives me access to Pleiades, and the fact that he can add diamond at the end phase and then detach 3 on your opponent's standby phase to make any rank 5, which is usually Pleiades, is really strong. And one Rafflesia because Rafflesia is a problem card and we all know what Rafflesia does. Side deck.
Your side.
Side deck.
So everyone can side against your side.
Okay, I prepared. My side deck was basically against Cosmo, Peppy, and Monarch. But
we didn't meet in the finals.
I didn't.
No
Oh,
Monarchs.
I know.
No Monarchs.
No Monarchs cry.
It's okay. Monarchs.
But
hate them.
so 2 core. Core over regular Cyber Dragon because he can banish himself. Special another core from deck. That's useful in a bunch of situations. One would be if you had Twin Twister.
Oh,
Twin Twister, discard core, and discard core, and then pop their back row. And also, there's obviously core with Chimera Tech. There's also a combo where since it's Ignite, you make Ignister on the fly pretty much. So then you can go normal core, contact fuse their ships for Chimera Tech, and then make Ignister, which is pretty easy, and then attack, so that's 4850. And then pop your scale, shuffle Chimera Tech back, so that way when they get rid of Ignister next turn, you have the core in the graveyard to banish to special another core to make another Chimera Tech, which is pretty hard to recover from at that point. Shout out to Champ Sports. Actually, I thought of that while I was taking a crap on my shift. So
At Champs.
At Champs.
Nikki.
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 So
Easy still